Hi, welcome to Betsy's Journal. I'm Dr. Ken Snyder, and with me today is Dr. Betzy Leyva. And in this series, we explore Betsy's life, rise, if you will, to prominence from coming across as an immigrant at 1 year old, her family fleeing persecution in Mexico, to the dentist, Dr. Betzy Leyva, she is today. So welcome. And Betzy, last time we talked a little bit about your dad and the problems he had and why he had to leave Mexico and how difficult that was. And today I'd kind of like to explore a little bit about your childhood. What are some of your earliest memories? Of course, you probably have no memory of Mexico, right?
No, none at all. Yeah.
But what are some of your early memories growing up, as far as like kids in the neighborhood or games you like to play? Or
I mean, I remember we had a neighbor. I forgot her name, but we went to the same school. I mean, and then she would always come to my house, and then we would just play what kids play, like tag and what is it, like hopscotch?
Oh yeah, hopscotch.
Yeah,
my sister used to make me play that all the time. My older sister.
Yeah. So I mean, those were nice. I would always have like my neighbor come home, come to my house, and we would play.
And would you say you played more outside or inside the house?
No, we would play outside, like in our front yard. That's pretty much it. And then later, when my dad started to get he met my neighbors, like the dad and people that lived over there. Then I was able to go to her house and play over there with her. Yeah.
And do things. Yeah. And we were the same. It amazes me in my neighborhood today, and I know there's a lot of children here because I see the school bus and everything, but I hardly ever see anyone outside. And I grew up in Pittsburgh, where it can get cold in the winter, but it didn't matter. I think the only time we were outside was when it was raining. Otherwise, whether it was cold, hot, whatever, we were outdoors. Did you experience this? Like, we had a certain set of clothes, and it usually was the same clothes every day. I grew up in a mill town, whatever, and hand-me-downs, all the stuff you get through. But then we had to come home and take off those clothes and put on our play clothes before we could go outside. Did you have that at all? Or?
No, we just, we used the clothes that we had.
Okay.
Yeah, we had on that day, so.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your experience like in grade school? I know you went to grade school in this same neighborhood, right? So what was your experience like, and what school did you go to?
So I went to Herrera High School, which was like literally, like I just walked there. It was like 5 minutes away. It was like there, the school. I was in one corner, and then the school was on the other corner. It was really close. So I would always just walk to school. Obviously, I was there from kinder to 8th grade. So, and then, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I liked my teachers. I was in choir.
Oh, wow, you were?
I was in choir, but I'm not going to sing anymore.
Well, stay tuned, because in a later episode, we're going to have her sing for us.
I was in choir from I would say maybe, from like 1st grade, how, I don't know, back then, how it was like you had like classes where you would go to do like either PE, choir, whatever, electives. So since 1st grade to 8th grade, I was in choir.
Oh, wow. And so what was your favorite type of music to sing in choir?
I always liked Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I liked Christmas songs.
What was your favorite?
We didn't sing this a lot, but I like Carol of the Bells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked how at the end, like the harmony, like with all my classmates, it sounded really nice.
And I know to this day you like that song still. In fact, every time I hear that, I always think of you, for the Christmas. Yeah, and she was with us for 11 years as a dental assistant. And now she's with us along with private practice some days a week here at the St. Vincent de Paul Dental Clinic, Charity Dental Clinic. So did you ever sing like in church or anything like that?
No. No, it's just in choir. Just in choir.
How about I don't want to say in the shower, but I mean like at home around the house.
Yeah, I mean, I just but I feel like I stayed there in choir all that time because I grew up to really like my choir teacher. He was really close to us, and he helped us a lot.
So
like
he inspired
not
you,
like us as like me and my family.
Yeah. Oh, he helped your. How did he help your family? That's interesting.
Yeah. So like I remember one Christmas. It was like that week of Christmas, celebrations. So we so he actually adopted us as a family. So he brought I remember with his wife brought us like food, toys for us.
Wow.
Yeah, and I sometimes like kind of get emotional because like it means a lot. And then he was like looking out for us, because at that time, obviously we were a young family, my parents, trying to make ends meet, and I mean it was me, my sister at that time, me and my other sister. So
wow, bless him for that. And it's kind of interesting because you've kind of come full circle. We're now here at St. Vincent de Paul. You can help people, of course, now with their dental work, but the same thing, people who maybe can't afford certain things. You're right there on the front lines, changing people's smiles as we go along. Growing up, did you ever think like what you wanted to be, or did you have a?
No, I tell you the truth.
I wanted to be a baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my dreams, everything. When I finally got a glove, which was one of my most exciting Christmas presents I ever got, I used to sleep with it in my bed, everything like that.
So
yeah,
cute.
It was kind of but do you remember a particular Christmas present maybe that you got that meant a lot to you?
I don't know why, but for some reason, like the big tubs of popcorn come into my head because
I believe that.
because I remember Mr. Carr, that was my music teacher. He brought us that, and then I remember I was like, oh my god, like what is this? And I opened it and I was like, wow, popcorn. They had like different flavors, and at that time that was the first time I've actually like seen something like that. So
wow, I
don't know, for some reason when I remember that day, that pop, or like any, I don't know, Christmas, that pops in my head.
Maybe it'll be popcorn. Carol of the Popcorn.
I know, yeah.
So how long did that barrel last?
A couple days, maybe a day. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh wow, how neat! Is he still with us? Okay. Well, no, I'm sure.
He passed away. I want to say maybe like 5 years ago. We want to do something nice for him, but we just never got in contact back with him to get together and then go visit him at the hospital. And we wanted to sing for him.
Oh.
But I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm sure he knows that and appreciates it. So as far as how were you? Were you one, like you're for a woman you're above average in height and that? Were you tall in your class, or were you shorter, or where
I think I was a little bit taller than everybody.
Okay, and generally girls early on are taller than boys, but you were one of the taller ones?
Yeah, I think I was one of the taller ones, yeah.
And how did you feel about, well, just in general, self-esteem as far as your appearance or your intelligence or all those things, because so many young people, and it's nice you mentioned your teacher, because sometimes a lot of kids, and I was one of those, you don't have a whole lot of confidence in yourself, or you're kind of shy and things like that, and sometimes it takes a teacher. One day in 6th grade, a teacher, in fact, I think this was her last year of teaching. She was elderly in her 60s, and we had her for 6th grade. And out of the clear blue, for whatever reason, we were working on a paper, and she just came up and whispered in my ear. She said, "Someday you are going to do great things." And I remembered that. And maybe she's told that to every kid. Maybe next day it was someone else. I don't know. But whatever reason, I thought it was me. And that many times that inspired me, like to want to do things that were outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So were you? What was your as far as your self-esteem like when you were younger?
Well, I mean, I feel like my self-esteem was pretty low. How do I say, like, just I didn't believe in myself. I think it's just because of how my background, and at that time too, like my parents, I mean, they didn't know. I mean, they were here in a new country, trying to provide for us.
Mm-hmm.
But so I didn't have that, somebody to push me. I mean, in school, yeah, I had that, like, with my teachers, like, oh, good job, Betsy, you're doing great, keep it up. But I still, I just had, like, my self-esteem wasn't that high, yeah.
And yet, we've had, Betsy's been with us 11 years as a dental assistant, went to dental school for 4 years, now back with us the last few years. And so many people mistake you for Jessica Alba.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And for me to think that at one point you didn't have self-esteem, I mean, it astounds me. And I know how intelligent you are, and also how persistent and driven you are in a nice way. In a nice way to achieve.
But I feel like, I don't know. As of today, that's something that I struggle with, just with my, having, my self-esteem getting, up there. But just like I said, thinking back, it's just like my background, and then I did struggle a little bit more. I don't know. I would just
Did you have art in school?
Did I have art?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like art classes, like you mentioned, we had all those.
Yes, art class, and I remember I had photography. Oh. I was so sad when they stopped photography.
Oh wow!
Yes,
because you are really good. And with art, I mean, every time we do a poster or a sign or holiday, the turkey at Thanksgiving on the wall for the kids to put their feathers on. This is our go-to girl. I mean, you are really, and of course, dentistry takes a lot of artistic talent in that. So I can see you doing really well in art. And, do you remember any particular art project you made?
Yes. I remember I drew. I don't remember what was the topic, but I drew a car, and it was like it looked like a Bronco, and it was like in this mountain, and it had snow and all this stuff. It was really nice. And then my instructor was like, oh, you know what, we're gonna put this, and they had like a like an auction charity thing.
Wow.
Yeah, or some type of contest. It was something like that. So I was like, oh, I was surprised. I was like, okay. Yeah, and then so it was there, and it did good. Apparently, I don't know.
Hey, give me when I'm guessing it was like 3rd grade or something. We had to color Easter eggs, and mine got in the bank in downtown Pittsburgh in the window with different classmates and other grades.
Wow.
So we had to go by like 15 times to look at my egg there in the window of the bank. So it was kind of interesting. Oh wow, this is like I said, I'm just fascinated by the journey you've taken and how many steps you've had to climb. And I mean, the sky's the limit. I can tell. And the patients here love you. I mean, your work is unbelievable. This girl, out of 140 students in her dental class, the faculty awarded her the Golden Hands Award. So you know the girl got the art thing going on, no doubt about it. Okay. Well, I think we're just about out of time for today, but we're going to continue to explore through Betsy's journal, her rise to where she is today. And we hope it'll be an inspiration for young people and older people out there, that if you have a dream and you hang on to that dream, you will definitely achieve it. And the right people will come into your life at the right time. And, Betsy, we've been working here together at St. Vincent de Paul for so many years. Yep. And we've both seen so many people that have been helped with their oral health, not only from a health standpoint, but a self-esteem standpoint, appearance. Even as far as I always talk about the social impact, once they have a smile they're proud of, I mean, it's amazing. They get a better job and so forth. And so I'm just so proud to have you as part of that. That was actually not too long after you walked up the stairs. I can't say I thought you would be here as a dentist, although at that time I don't think you decided on dentistry. But I knew that you had a special gift, and that God wasn't going to let that stay inside you. And now it comes out every day, and I'm glad to be able to be here and witness it. So
you know what? There was another thing that Dean Smith, I remember from Midwestern, he said that you have something. First time I saw you, there's something about you, and it's always, it's like you had this glow. So I'm like, oh.
He told me that. Yeah. He told me that. He called and and we'll get into that more about your acceptance up there and everything. So anyway, if you would like to help us in our mission here at St. Vincent de Paul at providing comprehensive and quality care to the men, women, and children in our community who have no other access to dental care, below is how you can do it. Go to the St. Vincent de Paul donation page. If you will, mention Betzy's Journal. And if you would like your donation designated to the dental clinic, we would be happy to accommodate you with that. If not, all the programs here are just terrific. So until next time, we'll see you, and take care. Bye-bye.